Good morning, everyone. So, I'm trying to break something down, okay, without trying to hurt anyone's feelings. So, I was sitting here thinking about something. I was watching a song, and the song was called Freedom. It's like a bunch of black women singing. I think it was a bunch of black women. I didn't finish the whole thing. There was a bunch of black women singing, talking about some freedom, freedom, freedom. And it made me start thinking about all the, the Negro spiritual songs that we sing. Alright, say it like that, but I'm be real all day. I thought about like Glory and different ones. And I'm sitting here like, so you telling me we sing these songs about the lies the world be telling us, but we steady living in the lie, and we steady allowing the lie to keep on going. You understand? We keep like utilizing that lie. It's always my son beside me. He is asleep. Okay, I'm gonna try to be quiet. Okay. And it made me start thinking about stuff. So in the world right now, when we look at life as the most hated race is black people, right? That's how we feel. The most hated race in the world is black people. World is black people. We get the hardest rap. But you know that's a lie. We are not the most hated race. You want to know who the most hated race in the entire existence of the world is? Think about it. Oh snap, I lost my heart. White people. They are the most hated race all over the world. All over the world, they're the most hated race. Because wherever they land, they screw something up. Sorry. Nah, I ain't sorry. Y'all do. Y'all screw something up somehow, some form, some fashion. I don't care if the area is a predominantly black place. There's a white man somewhere controlling something and causing chaos. It is. That's why when it comes to like black people, we have a lot of division, because there's always one white man or woman or both that's controlling stuff, okay? That's causing the chaos. But you okay? But the thing about it is this. Why do they feel like they have to do this? And just to let you know, when I say white, because a lot of people feel like when it comes to like Jews and different things and out there, or like what are the Amish and all of that, y'all white. If you're more closer to this color, you are white. Okay. The more shaded you get to this, you are black. Just to let you know. But we all one, okay? It's just over time, everything split up, and depending on where you lived at, the pigmentation changed over time. Your body adapted to that color. So y'all was more in the cold areas. If okay, let me go and explain something to y'all. So, black people, do y'all know that when it get cold outside, you actually the tint of your color of your complexion lightens up a little bit. If y'all don't know that. And then when it gets hot, you get darker. But when it get cold, you get slightly lighter. Okay, so back long time ago, when the sun and all of that other stuff was going on, before all the food was changing, making changes with our bodies and all of that other stuff, they was predominantly, when the everything shift, they was predominantly in a cold area. So their body end up adapting to that, and that's why, because the colder it is, the less the sun, excuse me, they couldn't get their color. The color never changed. Okay. So they end up gotta get lighter. So they black white. Yeah, they black white. White black white. It don't matter if you black or white, but I'm just saying you black white or black. Okay, black on inside, white on outside. Okay, I'm just say it like that, cause we all family. Alright, you was just in a cold area, and y'all was there for so long that your body pigmentation adapted to the temperature there, and that's what happened. That's it. We are all the same. Okay? And see, that's why life shows you exactly what goes on. So when we look at anyone that has a darker complexion, Have y'all noticed that when it comes to the lighter versions and the darker versions, they like don't know each other, don't know how to handle each other? You know, it's like different forms of seasoning. You know, you got your salt, and then you got your, you know, your garlic powder, you got your onion powder. I'm calling y'all colors out. What else? You got your paprika. You know, y'all had that paprika. I'm not laughing by myself, I promise. What else seasonings we got? Black folks, help me out. Got your slap your mamas. You got your Creoles. Seasoning salt. What else? You got your pepper. Yeah, that's on the other end. Got your pepper. What else? You got your curry. There's some oregano up in there too, and some parsley. I'm just saying. So we all variations of seasoning, right? And if you notice, any seasoning that I have pulled out, at one point in time in your life, excuse the noise if you heard that, but at one point in time in your life, you had to use one of these, multiple of these, okay? And then, you know, with the curry and, you know, paprika for the ones that don't like heat, okay? But I'm just saying, we are all seasoning. But why is it that the one seasoning that we act like we can't communicate with is the main thing that make you what is it called? Give you high blood pressure? The salt. They turn your nerves up, don't they? I'm sorry. I need to be quiet. No, I don't. Okay. So, what I'm just saying is this. We all need each other. Okay? Tissue?
I thought it was over there.
No, baby. It's on the table right there. Right there. So, we need all the seasonings, okay? If you notice, salt is one of the main seasonings that we utilize the most, okay? And excuse the noise, my son's blowing his nose. It's one of the main seasonings that we all end up using. It's one of the primary seasonings that we use, okay? And what I'm trying to say is this. Reason why white folks act the way they do with us around the world is because they feel left out. They feel left out. So they found a way to conquer and divide, okay? Because they felt like the little kids that was put to the side and nobody didn't want to talk to, nobody didn't want to deal with. And over time, they found ways to whistle their little butts in. They learned things from us, because one thing about people of color, and that's anyone that's not the lighter version, which, you know, white version, we all one, but I'm just saying it like this. Reason why, like for us, we givers. We like to provide information. We try to do stuff. But at the same time, we are very strong-minded. We are very, very strong-minded. And that's the beauty. It's the beauty and the beast of us. Very strong-minded. We like what we like, and we hate we don't like what we don't like. Okay? And you need to know that. Alright? So I'm going to give you some examples, people. So maybe we can all come to the cookout together. So... Bless you. Here, use this one. You can use the what's the name? The phone. Because it's based on the time we wake up anyway. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, so this is the thing. Reason why when it comes to... It's right there. Over there. Reason why when it comes to white people, I'm going to call out a couple things that black people don't like. Alright, and if I'm wrong, let me know. So we're gonna act like this is a cookout. Okay, we're gonna act like this is a cookout. Y'all don't like washing y'all hands. I'm sorry. So it's like y'all don't like washing y'all hands. Y'all don't pay attention to what seasonings y'all put, because y'all don't use seasonings in y'all food. And I'm not saying all. This is a little jokey joke, okay? But this is how we think, okay? I ain't speaking for the collective. I'm just saying, you know, this is how we think. And I'm going to bring it back together on both sides. Y'all like to have y'all pets in the kitchen while y'all cook it, and then when y'all they like to lick their hands and stuff, and then y'all like to dib and dabble. We don't do that. We use washcloths and stuff too. I'm sorry. It's a lot of different things, you understand? And I'm just joking. I'm using comedy. It ain't no different than black person or whatever. Like, use your words, nigga. Like, use your words. We don't we don't understand. They don't understand that. Okay, we do. They don't. Okay, they need a translator. Okay, so for my black people, they need translator for certain things. Okay, when we have style and we dress a certain way, they don't understand that because they so used to the basics. Okay, so it's like, and then when it comes to like the cookout, we like to be loud. Okay, we like to be loud. We like to have fun. We like to boogie. We like to get down. They like more kumbaya, like sit back and chill. That's how they grow. Not all, and I'm not saying this is for the collective of all your race or all their race. I'm just saying it's amazing how we can look at one thing and then project it on everyone. Yeah, one thing projected on everyone, but we all the same. There are black folks that put raisins in their potato salad too. They don't want you to know that. Okay, there are black folks that don't know how to cook. They don't want you to know that. There are black people that don't know how to, do certain things. It is what it is. No different than there's white folks that do know how to put seasoning in their food. There's white folks that do know how to wash their hands. There's white folks that do know not to take that pet out somewhere while I'm cooking my food. You understand? We all have it, so it's like, why we can't come together and work together? In every race, there's something that one does that the other one don't do, and vice versa. Once we recognize that, we shouldn't have to sit out here and cause chaos on someone else. Like I talked in another video, there are some white folks that's very hood. And is there anything wrong with that? No. Okay? So you telling me this person know how to put some seasoning on their chicken, so we're going to look at them wrong because they know how to season their chicken and you don't? It's that simple. It's that simple. See, the thing about it is, because of slavery and all of that stuff that happened, right? But turn that volume down, son. All of this formed from slavery because they was the masters, right? Don't matter what race you look at, they was the masters in any type of situation. And because of that, nobody don't want to invite them to the party. Because deep down, you still looking at them as you the reason why I'm in this situation right now. My ancestors went through what they did because of what y'all did. Last time I checked, it's because their ancestors did, not the ones that's current. But because of that mentality, it caused issues. And no, I know y'all like, why are you making it look so easy for them? Okay, let me get on that side. As white folks, y'all have to understand that, yes, that was your ancestors, but you ain't got to be that way today. Do you know a black person, if you were stuck on the side of the road, do you know a black person would more likely stop and help you out to get you where you need to go at before your own people would do it? Do y'all know that? Do you know that a black person will be more willing to give to you and give you advice and help you out than your own people would? Do you know that? How would you know that? Because you want to stay away. And the only time when you come around is when you want to throw authority because you are scared of the unknown. That's it. Y'all just scared. Y'all like, man, shucks. I'd rather be, the beast in this situation. I'd rather be the mean one in this situation. I don't want them to think I'm a pushover. Because, see, our color intimidates you. Don't matter what variation it is, it intimidates you for some odd reason. But I get it. It's all the extra seasoning. Your palate don't know how to take it. But one thing about it is with seasonings, have you ever ate food and you can kind of tell what flavors are in it? You're like, oh, okay, that tastes like cinnamon. This tastes like sugar. I could taste the butter. You can taste those things individually. But sometimes when you put everything together, it can be overpowering. See, when y'all look at us as seasoning, y'all look at us as one collective. So you take that energy out on all of us because we look as one collective. Yeah, we are. But we all different. Everybody bring a seasoning to the table. That's why our energy is the way it is. That's why the music the way it is. That's why the way we act is the way we is. Or our personality is the way it is. That's why we get hyped up the way we do. That's why we get involved the way we do. That's why we get angry the way we do. Sad the way we do. You understand? Operate the way we do. Because we acknowledge that we are very strong flavors. And being strong flavors, you got to have a strong palate to be able to handle it. So, what I'm trying to get at is this. It's no different than when y'all watch those TV shows where they get the different hot sauce and you start at one level and go to the next level, to the next level. Maybe, just maybe, you try one seasoning at a time. Learn something new in the culture. Understand why our music the way it is. Learn why our clothing, our style is the way it is. Learn why our culture the way it is. You understand? Learn why we teach our kids the way we teach them. Learn why we love the way we do. Learn why we get upset the way we do. You understand? Take one seasoning at a time and learn it. So when you put all of those seasonings together, you can be able to handle it. And just to let y'all know, this goes both ways. I know we very seasoned and we taste good all together. But sometimes it is too strong. It comes out very strong. How many times y'all over season y'all food and you be like, ooh wee, I ain't gonna lie, I cooked yesterday. I had what did I cook? Dang, I forgot. Some smothered pork chops. Yes, child, it was super seasoned. You should have saw the seasoning on that baby. You couldn't see the flesh at all. But once I tasted, I said, ooh, a little too much salt.
It tasted good though.
Oh, he said it tasted good though. It did taste good. But see, I don't like a lot of salt like that. You understand me? Everybody different. So, salt flavor to one was fine. To me, I felt like it was a little too much. So, when it comes to them as well, excuse me, maybe we need to start understanding the levels of the salt. Maybe the problem was we was overdoing it and just took too much at one time. Maybe we have to do the same thing. Understand their music. Understand their language. Understand their style. Understand their way they communicate their love and their anger. And maybe we'll know how to handle the salt when we dealing with it. So you don't take in too much. So then when you add that salt with the other seasonings, you have the perfect amount of ingredients. And when you have that perfect amount of ingredients, guess what? Now everybody can eat. On that note, have a blessed day.